Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Groupie out and ready to send this away. And off we go from Denver. This is taken in at the 13. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Tua taken right to the air. Going deep right away. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's trying another one deep. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Tua now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Again, it's Tagovailoa. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Tua again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Sticking in the air, it's Tagovailoa. Hauled in by Waddle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down, ball at the 36. Opening carry for Devon Achane. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Running back sent in motion. Here's Tagovailoa again. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Short side option here. He's running left. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Couldn't manage even a yard on that run, so now it's 4th down. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. Wow, Brock, he missed it. An easy kick, but he mishit it left. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
They could have gone for it for sure, Kate. I'm sure there's some folks on that sideline asking why they didn't go for a touchdown. But they took what they felt like was a guaranteed 3 points. But that miss is a stunning reminder. There is never a guarantee in the NFL.
They send a man in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. His first throw is an interception. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number 1. And number 2, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
1st down. Here's Tua. He's on the move. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Steve, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with...
And they take this in for the score. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Sanders all set to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And they get this down to the 28. 16 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Flushed out now to his left. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. Now Tagovailoa on 4th. Team, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Broncos get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Partner, I am not sure what I liked more here, the interception itself or the creativity on the return to take it over 60 yards the other way. That is the literal definition of a field-flipping play.
And how about a momentum-flipping play in this building as well? You go from one offense having a red zone look to the other one being inside the red zone in a span of just 2 snaps. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He brings it in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. Blake Groupie to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
3rd down run from Achane. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Trying for it, it's Achane. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Pass play coming here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by the rookie out of Washington. And the Dolphins are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Broncos will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
On 2nd down, Warren. And this one does not go far. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They're set up at the 35 now. Play action on 1st down. Complete out to the right. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Well, I think the defense coaches and coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Third and long for him here. Has it up. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Oh, he... Man, to stay up, Brock. Extend that run, but now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play and utilizing his arm, but it was his fortitude and his strength to move the sticks. It may just be the catalyst for a touchdown.
Has it in close. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing on 2nd and 4. Buys time, rolling right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. He'll throw it. Getting out to his left. Throwing deep down the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Sanders all set to send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Javon Holland there to make the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 26 on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Oh, it puts a big game downfield. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They get 35 out of that one. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field, and the tone of this drive.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And the play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for it. Brought in, inside the 20. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins find the end zone for 6. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And they'll take the lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
It's Warren on 3rd down. No one around. He's got space. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Throwing from the gun. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 3rd quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for two. They've got a man in motion. He's throwing for it. The two-point try does not work out, and I'm not sure this flag is going to save him either. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got his target. It's Otten. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Got his target. It's Hill. He gets loose down the right side. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Sanders all set to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
To the air, 3rd and long. That one's complete, right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st down, ball at the 36. Warren here from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
That's the end. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Warren running between the tackles. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. Looking for a target. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Tight end going in motion here. Here he is on 3rd and long. It is cut left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or a dude shredding a defense just like that.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
On the move, headed right.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Throw complete to Warren. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he's brought down for a loss. And they do not get a desperately needed 1st down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances. But defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line, man. Were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
That's Hill on the slant. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Has a man, it's A-Chan. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Tagovailoa on first down. Achan reels it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Dolphins up by just a couple of points. Second and 3 now. Here's Tagovailoa. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Warren once more. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll go again with Warren. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Now a timeout with only 3 seconds left with, you'd all assume, right, a game-winning try on its way. So here's Blake Grupe with a game in the balance. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. So it all comes down to the right foot of their kicker. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. And that one is good! And they've taken